Hi, welcome to my channel. Today we are talking about hometown. I hope you enjoy it. Let's start it. Hi, I think you're a friend of my friend Changquan. Yes, I know Changquan. How do you know her? I work with her. How about you? I met her at the swimming pool. We both love swimming. Where do you come from? Where is your hometown? I'm from the northeastern part of China, Changchun, the capital of Jinan province. And you? Well, I was born in a small village outside of Hangzhou, but I also grew up in Hangzhou. It's a couple of hours away from Shanghai. Yes, I have heard of it before. It's quite famous, definitely on my to-visit list. What is the weather like there? It's probably not as cold in the winter as Chongqing is, and hotter in the summertime. We don't get a lot of snow, but there is a rainy season. How's the weather in Chongqing? Well, cold of course in the winter. Many people think it's cold in Chongqing all year round, but it's really not. The summers are really beautiful, not too hot, about 32 or 33 degrees. Wow, I didn't think it could get that warm there. Maybe I should go and see Changchun next summer. Are there any interesting places I can visit in Changchun? Yes, there are a couple of places I could highly suggest that you visit, but the best time to come is in the winter time. There's skating on the Chiang Mai Mountains, skating along the Shanghua River, and special ice lantern cultural festival too. You also know that Jining is known for its deer antlers, for medicinal purposes. Anyway, I could go on and on about my hometown. What about Hangzhou? What are the interesting places to visit? I bet there are a lot of tourists each year. Yes, Hangzhou is usually full of tourists. Everybody knows that the area around the West Lake is really beautiful. And there are a lot of famous sites there too. You should see the West Lake during the moonlight. It's so beautiful, especially during the Autumn Moon Festival. I really miss my hometown. Oh, me too. There's really no places like home. What do you miss the most about your hometown? You mean besides my mother's cooking? Well, I suppose it could be walking along the West Lake during a misty morning or a beautiful sunset. What do you miss about Hangzhou? My family. I have a lot of aunts and uncles and cousins living in Changchun. I'm the only one who lives outside of Changchun. Well, I can't even imagine being on my own like that. That must have been really hard at first. Yeah, it really was when I first moved to Beijing. My cousins were really envious. They thought that Beijing was obviously better than Changchun because it is the capital of China. In fact, I thought so too at first, but now I don't think that as much. What do you mean? I mean that there are definitely some similarities, like there are modern capital cities, but as a center of education, culture, and politics. Beijing is definitely more exciting. There are many opportunities to grow and learn. Living in Beijing, you can easily watching a variety of international standard promises, and you will be better informed. But it sounds like you think Beijing is better than Chongqing. Let me finish. There are definitely more opportunities in Beijing, but I still think that Chongqing is a much friendlier place. People are not so busy and their lives are not so hectic. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Do you think Beijing is a better place to live than Hangzhou? No, not really. I think that Hangzhou is much more beautiful than Beijing. In my opinion, Beijing is developing too rapidly, so pollution has become a big problem. You know how everyone complains about all the cars on the road too. Traffic jams are so common that if you don't meet one while you're traveling, you feel that something must be wrong. Another thing about Beijing is that there are many modern buildings, but the city has lost some beauty. Much of history of Beijing is hidden now after loss of the old houses were demolished, except to some of the tourist sites. That's a shame. What about Hangzhou? What kind of history does Hangzhou have? Hangzhou was founded about 2,200 years ago in Qin Dynasty. It was also the capital city for the Song Dynasty, and it has always been famous for its nature beautiful. Now Hangzhou is known as a place for sick and for longevity. You convinced me to go. I'll have to visit Hangzhou someday soon. Say I've got to go. I'm sorry we didn't ever introduce ourselves to each other. I'm Li Qin. I'm Wang Xiao. I'm enjoying chatting with you. Thanks, me too. We'll have to get together another time. Yes, definitely. Take care. Bye.